Welcome everyone, my name is Bevan and this is the first of the G10 series in the tried and true EDC. Today I have for you a Strider SnG. Strider Knives is a USA company. This is made in the US. There. Let's get into some measurements. Overall, we're looking at just slightly over 8 inches. It's got a cutting edge slightly under 3 inches. And the handle is coming in at about slightly over 4.5 inches. The width is looking at slightly under 1.5 inch. The thickness, not including the clip, is under 1/2 inch. Four 4.41 ounces. This falls almost right in the middle of my 4 to 5 ounce preferred weight. All right, let's talk about that blade. So Strider Knives is owned by Mick Strider. The blade steel on this is CPM-3V. That is Strider's insignia. This specific one is a Monkey Edge Knives exclusive. So you can see their insignia right there. Deployment method is via a thumb hole. You could middle finger flick it. This is what they call their Dagger grind. It's nice. It does offer you a sharpening choil right there. It's also got a finger choil, so you can choke up on it. It is jimping along the spine, and it does provide you a little bit extra traction. These right here are for the blade stop, so it comes in contact with the frame right here. Let's talk about the handle. This one has the exclusive Frag pattern from Monkey Edge Knives. And this is a dirty olive G10 material. You can see 3 body screws right there. These are Torx. This is a proprietary pivot. You would need something to hold it between those 2 cutouts. And on the other side, you can use a Torx screwdriver to turn it. On the other side of the handle, you got a titanium with a frame lock. There's a slight cutout right there. Give you some extra room to get your finger in there to disengage. There is not an over travel stop attached to what's commonly used on lock bar inserts. This uses a lock bar stabilizer. So when you're pushing it over, this part keeps it from overextending. The blade comes in direct contact with the lock bar, so it's steel on titanium. So it does not have a lock bar insert. That hole is where the D10 ball is placed. It's got jimping on the handle as well. The titanium side, it's a little smoother. There's a little more sharpness on the G10 side. In the reverse grip, you also have some jimping in the back. Let's talk about that pocket clip. The retention doesn't feel too stiff. It's got a good enough space to ramp over most pant material. It's a one screw design for the pocket clip. However, this portion is you lock it in when you insert the pocket clip and then you screw it in right there. So it creates an additional touch point for retention on the clip. They also did a tiger stripe design on the pocket clip to match the frame on the back. Let's take a look at this in the pocket. There you go. As you can see, quite a bit of knife sticks out on this model. It does take up a bit of real estate. You're looking at about that much room. Not really a big deal if you don't put other items in your pocket, same pocket as your knife. Let's talk about availability and price point. So these Monkey Edge exclusives, they pop up and they get sold out instantly. They're very popular for their frag patterns on knives. And so there's been plenty of design knife makers who collaborate with Monkey Edge and they create this frag pattern, either on the show side, usually it's just the show side, but sometimes they do both sides. The price point on this was $600, direct from Monkey Edge knives. I believe you can sign up for newsletters from Strider and get it directly from him. Again, this is the SnG model. Let's talk about my final thoughts. I like the knife. This is nice. There's a few gripes I have. One is which they use a proprietary pivot. So if you do not have the tool, if you're savvy enough, you can find something to hold on. So that way this doesn't spin as you're unscrewing it. If you want to disassemble and maintain the knife yourself, you can also go and buy the tool. I do not feel like they did a good enough job chamfering the G10 side along this jimping because it is sharp. But again, if you're somebody who likes to tinker with your knives, you can probably sand that down a bit so it's smoother and not as hard against your thumb. The ergonomics are really great on this. You can choke up into using the finger choil. Gives you a lot of control. Even in the neutral grip, you get all 4 fingers in there. The pocket clip is not really a factor in terms of a hot spot. This portion of the handle may push it up against your palm a bit, but I can just barely feel that. I've used this to cut up cardboard, some food prep. It's held up well. I have resharpened it to its betterment, in my opinion. one thing about Strider knives that I've read is that tends to be lock stick. And what that means is when the titanium frame lock engages the steel, you can hear that little pop. So that's what is referred to as lock stick. I wouldn't call it an issue on this knife. For me, it's light. Lock stick can get so bad sometimes that you can't even disengage it easily. So something to keep in mind. I would definitely call this a user. His knives are made to be used. They've got decent resale value. So if you don't like it and you even try it out, I would expect that you should be able to maintain get back most of what you spent. All right, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Drop any comments. Let me know how you feel about the Strider SnG. They've got some other models as well, the SMF, some other ones I don't recall, but there's plenty of models out there for Strider knives. Make sure you subscribe so you can get notified for the next video. And hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay frosty.